What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and you know we can't go a day without addressing WWE champions, and that's what this video is about. Our boy Phil apparently exposed himself, not May 1st burst exposed himself, but exposed yet another lie. Just another lie. Now you guys know that WWE champions and bank leaks go hand in hand. One of the things that Detractors used to prove that Phil was down from the Raptors were the bank leaks, and how we were able to tie his microtransaction purchases to his day off when he wasn't streaming and so on. And the one thing that the bank leaks showed was that in an 18-month period, Phil wasted nearly $45,000 in microtransactions. Now, a good deal of those microtransactions were through the iTunes store. And of course, Phil contradicts the bank leaks being true by saying, why would he purchase microtransactions of WWE Champions through the iTunes store? It doesn't make any sense. So the mere fact that the statements show that Phil has made a huge amount of purchases through the iTunes store just disproves the bank leaks. Well. Don't we have here Phil opening his big fat mouth yet again? Guys, you guys know my philosophy. If you want to know if someone's lying to you, just let them speak. Eventually, they're going to expose themselves. They're going to expose their lies. And he did. Big shout out to Narcside Phil out on the Twitterverse. If you're on Twitter and not follow him, he's a good detractor. He always finds those little nuggets of truth to expose our boy Phil. And he caught this one from Raw Phil's stream. This was, when was this? The stream was, the 10th. This was 2 days ago. So this was the day right before the day off when he played WWE Champions that night. And we have Phil right here again, just exposing himself again for the lie. Right here, he disproved the lie about the bank leaks.
People want me to do it. I think it's $100 to do it.
All right, sorry. So here is Phil right here Phil exposing himself right here. This wasn't a tweet. This wasn't someone else stating this. This is Phil's own words, where he talks about the iTunes store. And what does he say? Let's hear.
People want me to do it. I think it's $100 to do it. It's $100 to do that poll. Let's see. That one you have to do through the game. This is a case where even though you don't want to, because you get good rewards from the store, they force you to buy this through the game, see? Well, you guys sure about this? We could do it, but that's it for tonight. After that, I am doing no more polls. All right. People want me to do it. I think it's $100 to do it. It's $100 to do that poll. Let's see. That one you have to do through the game. This is a case where even though you don't want to, because you get good rewards from the store, they force you to buy this through the game, see? Well, you guys sure about this? We could do it, but that's it for tonight. After that, I am doing no more polls. All right.
Well, there you go, folks. Phil right here actually exposing the lie about not buying microtransactions through the iTunes stores. So all those transactions that we saw in the bank leaks, from iTunes stores, weren't his. Okay, Phil, if you say so. Right here, we have Phil actually confirming that the best pulls for the games come through the iTunes store. They force you to do it. And what did he do? He actually purchased it. And being a whale, just like Phil, right? Being the whale and spending thousands of dollars during tournaments and so on, he's going to want the best opportunity. He's going to want the best loot. So he's going to actually buy it through the iTunes store. It is. It just makes sense. So right here we have Phil exposing himself yet again, lying yet again, and it's just more confirmation that the bank leaks are true. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm 99.9999% sure that the bank leaks are real, and the only way that I will change my mind is, of course, if Phil went and showed his bank statements for a month that would contradict the actual transactions that we saw in the bank leaks. But of course, Phil would never do that. He wouldn't even be willing to do that with a third party, a trusted third party. I mean, I laid the challenge out to Phil the other day and said, "Hey, Phil, why don't you get Cat? Because I'm sure Cat never sees his bank statements. Why don't you get with Cat show her your bank statements and compare it to the bank leaks, right? And then have her come on stream and confirm whether or not the bank leaks were true or not. How about you do that, Phil? I mean, you trust your wife, right? And I'm pretty sure your wife's seen your bank statements. So there would be an issue there, Phil. What would be your excuse now? Oh, it's too old. You can't access those bank statements. That's false. Yeah, for most banks, you're allowed to get information as far back as nearly 5 years. And you can always call the bank and get them to print out a statement. Several years ago, I was dealing with a tax situation where I was doing my taxes and I needed to refile previous years. I had to refile previous years because I didn't get a couple credits that I should have gotten. So what I did was I refiled my taxes, but I needed some statements going all the way back to I think about 4 years ago. Or 4 years prior to that, and I was able to get the information from my bank with no problem. So, you know, you could do that, Phil, and prove whether or not you're lying. But I'm pretty sure that you don't trust your wife, and there's no way your wife looks at your bank statements or even has access to your bank accounts. We know that. We know that's never the case. You probably keep your money separate from hers, and vice versa. So again, folks, here it is, Phil confirming that the best pulls in the game have to be through the iTunes store. Yet again, exposing his lie that he doesn't make microtransaction purchases through the iTunes store. And if you guys haven't had a chance yet, and you go to the actually take a look at the bank leaks are just non-stop transactions from the iTunes store. And many of them were for $99.99, or they were actually $106 or $107, $106 or $105 with tax. And you just see that over and over and over and over again on Phil's bank leaks. So anyway, big shout out to Narcside Phil for pointing that out and highlighting yet again more lies from Phil, just proving once again that not only were the detractors right about WWE champions, but they were right about the bank leaks. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.